Hello and welcome into the Auburn Sportsplex. Field 15 plays host to what could be the last game here in Auburn for these seniors, folks. And I hope it's not. Well, I'll go into how the wind conditions work out for that in the SELC tournament. Maybe they'll host a game here. Maybe they'll take a high road and go right into the bye in the SELC tournament. Maybe they'll come back and have to face off against the 2 seed out of the North. But either way you cut it, folks, it's the Iron Bowl of lacrosse. None of that matters right now. What matters is beating your rival, Auburn versus Alabama, right here on WEGL 91.1 FM's YouTube channel. Noah Phillips, Shannon Turvo is on camera and doing color commentary. And, folks, we have jerry-rigged this setup for you tonight. If something bad happens, I'm going to have to adjust it on the fly, so just be ready. But Aiden Garrett is down to take the face-off for the Tigers, and it'll be won by number 9, Gary York, a graduate out of Huntsville, Alabama. One of the few that has not been won by Aiden Garrett, but he produces a ground ball, and it's going to be picked up by Aiden Garrett as he's been wrestled to the ground. And there's a penalty flag up in the air, and they're already fighting, folks.
That is not surprising since it is the Iron Bowl of lacrosse in the SELC. And my key for this game is probably going to be Aiden Garrett's going to have a fantastic game at the face-off. That was key in the UNC game for generating Auburn's offense. It's going to be key in this game to generate some offense in this one.
And you can expect it to be a good game for Aiden Garrett, as he's actually been named the National Player of the Month for the specialist position. Let me find the stats for you guys. Aiden Garrett, an 88% win rate with 53 getbacks, and he had one of the greatest goals that I've had the pleasure in calling just a couple weeks ago. Aiden Garrett, National Player of the Month, folks, the best player in the country.
Yeah, we'll be talking about that goal from Aiden Garrett where he won the face-off, went right up the middle of the field and scored a goal. Probably every broadcast. Because we did it on the last one, and we're definitely going to do it on this one.
And, Greg Morgan also was National Player of the Week this past week, had 2 fantastic games in at goalkeeper as Auburn defeated both Florida State and UCF down on the road in the Sunshine State. But Greg Morgan, he had a goal the last time I was out here, and he actually made a save with his stick broken. Made 3, as a matter of fact, Shannon. I'm not sure if you saw this. But it did big numbers on the Instagram. So thankful for Greg Morgan as he's getting my voice out there, and just proud to have that clip posted. And I was kind of hoping somebody would post the Aiden Garrett goal from a couple weeks back too. But
we just need to create a highlight reel after this season, I think.
We really do. And I was going to do that, and I hope I still have time for it, but currently I have to take the GMAT, and if I don't pass that, I don't get into graduate school, so I got to study for that first. But absolutely wonderful weather here at the Auburn Sportsplex as well. Field 15, the sun is setting on the right side. My parents are here as well. They're kind of scaring me a little bit. It's also very humid, folks. If you hear a water drop or something like that near the mic, that is most likely my sweat. As we'll get the penalty here, it'll be a 1-minute penalty on number 9 for Alabama, Gary York. Again, a graduate out of Huntsville, Alabama. He took the face-off for the Tide against Aiden Garrett. And there'll be a penalty on the Auburn side as well, as that's number 24, Reese Phillips, sophomore from Sugar Hill, Georgia, will also serve a 1-minute penalty. And I believe that is going to be it for the sin bin. Both teams down a man. 14 minutes, 32 seconds is all we have left. Only 28 seconds have surpassed, and I have been talking to y'all for, I think, 3 minutes now.
And I think we've been talking longer than the game's been being played. But it's a rivalry game. Those are always more intense, and you can expect a whole lot of penalties.
Yes, you can, as Alabama will start this one off in their attacking third. In the left alley is the Crimson Tide. They're in the crimson jerseys with the white on their trim, as well as white helmets. Auburn in the all-white with an orange stripe going down their helmet. Alabama is going to lose this one, and it is going to be picked up by number 2, Carter Kalingas, junior from Charlotte, North Carolina, wins the ball. And there's a ground ball pickup for number 49, Jackson Hersey. He'll make a run over to number 10, Jamie Maroney. 27 seconds left on the penalty clock for both teams. And that ball was lost. Number 4, Dominic Anacarico, can't see it into his stick. Crimson Tide makes a pass over the half-field line. Making more passes going down the line into the attacking third is Alabama. Been an Auburn fan all my life, folks. Grew up just 2 hours from the university in Ayrton, Alabama, and I will tell you one thing, Crimson Tide is fun to say.
Just a little bit, although it is confusing for some people because I once had the question of what exactly is a Crimson Tide?
It's a red elephant, although Big Al is just a regular gray. I've never understood that either. But it does sound cool, and it sounds very nice coming off the tongue. Not as good as Auburn Tigers, as Alabama on the goal line extended. Jack Flint makes a run inside. He'll pass it off to the top of the attacking third, now to the other side in the left alley for number 28, Janami Hoffman, a junior out of Burlington, Illinois. Pass to the top, back over number 21, Cy Libran. He'll cut to his left, spins to his right side, fakes a pass onto the top. Dominic Anacarico makes a push. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Alabama low shot goes wide right, closest to it with only 4 seconds. Alabama has the ball. 3 seconds now. I think they shaved a second off there.
I don't think they're going to have time to shoot and score, if I'm being honest.
Drew Dominic. And that'll expire there on the shot clock as Auburn gets the ball back with 12:31 left in the first quarter. Still a lot of lacrosse left to be played. We have not seen a goal yet, really only one shot, and that came on that previous possession from the Alabama Crimson Tide.
Yeah, that was a really strong defensive possession by Auburn. They really shut Alabama down there. Now they've got a chance to go on the offense.
Auburn making a run up is number 27, Max Forsyth. He fakes the pass, goes to the goal line extended. Now in the X, over to the left alley, number 8, Andrew Luff makes a run inside. That pass goes over. 11:51 left in the first quarter. Both teams still tied at 0. Max Forsyth cuts to his left, takes some contact. He'll pass it back to the top. Now over number 24, Reese Phillips. Over to Andrew Luff. Makes a cut to his left, cuts to his right. Looking for somewhere. He's got a stick on him. He'll make a large pass over to number 50, to Clan Toblin, who shoots and he scores. Clan Toblin, the sophomore from Ridgefield, Connecticut, strikes first blood. Auburn leads 1-0.
That was a beautiful pass and a beautiful goal. Upper corner, I mean, those are really – corner shots are hard to save in any sport, but that came out at a really tough angle, and Auburn made the most of that. Goal for the Tigers.
And again, folks, I said at the top of the broadcast that I'm currently having to monitor the broadcast as well as Aiden Garrett gets down to take another face-off. First one was won by the Crimson Tide, and this one's picked up by Aiden Garrett. He'll make a run, long pass over to number 24, Reese Phillips. Now over to number 21, Mikey Linchoni. Back to the Phillips. 11:55 left to go. Number 5, Miles Lobato, he'll cut to his left side in the left alley, passes back to the top of the key, picked up by number 9, Jackson Dedrick. Over to Toblin, had the goal earlier. Cuts back to the right side to Reese Phillips. Miles Lobato takes a shot to tie. Ryan Como, the man closest to it, 10:48 left to go here in the first period.
And that's another thing Auburn has done well this season is when they've missed a shot or missed a pass, they've typically been the ones closest to the ball.
And right there, Ryan Como to number 24, Reese Phillips. The Phillips puts it in the back of the net after a fantastic pass from Ryan Como. And they are already striking the knee up, folks. This one may get chippy. 2-0, Auburn leads.
And those are two very quick back-to-back goals from the Tigers. If they can keep this up, this could be a dud.
Looks like placement here. at the face-off circle. Number 6, Brooks Andrus, will come into the face-off circle, and this one is going to be on the ground, and it's picked up by number 9, Gary York. Crimson Tide win their second face-off of the matchup. 10:31 left to go here in the first quarter. As Alabama will look to get back into this one after giving up 2 straight goals to the Tigers. Number 5, Jackson Kane, a sophomore out of Niceville, Florida. He'll move to his left side. In the left alley, being defended by number 21, Mikey Lanchoni. Pass now to the left alley, run up for number 22, Jack Flint, as that one will go out of bounds. Alabama closest to it. That's number 23. Still the same number, Jack Flint. Senior out of Apex, North Carolina, with the ball. Behind the goal at the X now. He'll cut to his left around the crease. There's a shot, and there's a goal. First blood for the Alabama Crimson Tide. Thank Jack Flint, senior out of Apex, North Carolina, makes it 2-1.
That's the thing about a game of lacrosse. One team can be up 3-4 goals. The other team can then score 3-4. It's a very back and forth game, and it's never really over until the last quarter. So this game's going to be a back and forth fight. I can feel it.
Brooks Andrus back in the face-off circle for the Tigers. There's a referee's whistle, and away we go. This one is picked up by the Crimson Tide. Another win for number 9, Gary York, and he came to play today. A graduate from Huntsville, Alabama, has played great in the face-off circle so far with 9:26 left to go in this first quarter. Alabama passing around the bend now. He'll receive a pick. He takes a hit from number 1, Jack Slack, over to number 21, Cy Libman. Now over number 22, Jack Flint. That's a run inside, a shot that goes wide right. I'll be honest with you guys, I don't have 22 on my sheet. Figure that out later. Back to the goal scorer from earlier, number 23, Jack Flint. He'll have to go inside of the crease. There's a dunk, and it'll be wide left or maybe a little bit too high. Alabama still closest to it with 26 on the shot clock, 8:51 on the game clock.
I think that shot was a little too high. I think that went over the net instead of in it.
Crimson Tide over in the right alley. Takes some moves, cuts to his left inside. There's a shot that is blocked by number 34, Craig Morgan.
Excellent save there by Morgan. He read that right and was able to make the stop on that play. Another strong defensive play by the Tigers.
Auburn makes a run now. Number 3, Casey Lanchoni. Fakes a pass, goes right. Sun is in my eyes. Number 24, Reese Phillips.
I can't see.
That sun will be heading down somewhere in the second half, but now I'm going to have to flip my hat around here in a second as that pass is offline too high for number 3, Casey Lanchoni. 8 minutes, 4 seconds. Auburn leads 2-1 in the Iron Bowl of lacrosse. Alabama on a run now. There's a pass that's received by number 10, John Sandra, freshman out of Hopkins, Massachusetts. As referee's whistle will rule it dead, and referee's whistle will have it alive again as Auburn's on a run. On the horse now, the Clarence Oblin passes over the crease to number 42, Ryan Como, as Toblin may have to slow it down here. We'll go into the substitution box here. Como over to Phillips. Fakes a pass, takes a little bit of punishment now to the top for number 22, Graham Young. Passes it back to the Phillips. Young, Max Forsyth, Toblin. Back to Forsyth at the top of the key, and he'll drop it. Alabama will go the other way. Big hits, and that's Max Forsyth playing some offense. Helmets off. We got ourselves a fight here. And there's going to be a lot of penalty flags and a whole lot of screaming and shouting to each other, and they're still going at it, folks. Well, folks, I went to a fight and a lacrosse game broke out.
Yeah, that looked like something you'd see in a hockey game, not so much a lacrosse game. I know lacrosse can get physical, but that looked like a hockey game to me.
And again, folks, it is a rivalry. Wouldn't call it clean, old-fashioned hate, but there's a lot of hate in the Iron Bowl, and you can feel it coming off of both these teams here. A lot of these guys probably went to the same high schools. They're in the same regions as each other. I know a couple of them went to Niceville, but both teams here. And we're going to take a quick timeout because I believe they're taking one as well as the entire Auburn bench goes. We'll excuse us for a couple seconds. We'll be back in a moment here on WEGL 91.1 FM's YouTube channel. Welcome back inside the Auburn Sportsplex. We'll have some players serving some time in the sin bin. 2-minute penalties for both number 22, Graham Young, and number 3, Zane Ratiff, Jr. from Roanoke, Virginia. They'll both serve 2 minutes for the fighting penalty, but we'll get back underway here as DeClance Hoagland pass it out to Max Forsyth, and he'll pass. He will not pass. He'll actually make a longer pass to number 24, Reese Phillips. I do this bad thing as a broadcaster where I try to anticipate it before it actually happens. So I'm sure y'all probably kept up on that. But Clarence Oberlin, Max Forsyth, back to Andrew Luff with 6:40 left to go in the first period. Andrew Luff makes a run, shoots to his right, and that one may have went off a foot. I don't think it did. But Ryan Como closest to it. 1:32 on the penalties, as both Auburn and Alabama are a man down. Even Stevens, but either way, Ryan Como will pick it up from the pylon. He'll spin to his right. He's approaching the crease. He'll have to go behind it before he can go anywhere. Como goes left. Takes a spin. Dunk attempt is saved by the Alabama goalkeeper. Goalkeeper for Alabama is number 12. Don't have his number either. Alabama on a run, though. Coast-to-coast opportunity. He'll cut to his right. There's a shot that is over. It'll hit the back of the net.
Yeah, he had a good opportunity there to score, but that was just too quick of a shot. I don't think he quite took enough time there.
That one is on the ground and is going to find its way inside as number 7, Drew Dominic, a senior out of Cumming, Georgia, ties this one up at 2-2.
That's impressive that he didn't touch the crease.
He got real close there, and I feel like the ball just kind of took a bad roll on Craig Morgan as it's 2-2 here in the first period. Still 50 seconds of man down for either team. with 5 minutes and 53 seconds left to go here in this first quarter.
Auburn's coach did not look happy after that one.
Looks like it is back to number 13, Aiden Garrett, National Player of the Month, looking to win a face-off here, as this one is going to go Alabama's way. They'll pick up the ground ball. Another face-off win for the Crimson Tide, and he's on a run here. There's a shot that goes over, and there's your penalty flags for a hit. It will be on number 18, Ethan Puskisi, a junior out of Brentwood, Tennessee, and Alabama will most likely be a man up here for at least a minute.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you can hear it, but despite there being way more Auburn people in the crowd tonight, the Alabama bench and the Alabama fans are making up, and they are very, very loud.
Yes, they are, and I always worry about this broadcast in particular if it's here, as they will call a timeout on the Alabama side, and I'll continue the story in a moment. We'll be back in a moment here on WEGL 91.1 FM's YouTube channel. Hello and welcome back inside the Auburn Sportsplex. It'll be an Auburn penalty here. It'll be number 45 for the Tigers, Eamon Cummins. So he will serve an additional minute after Auburn. You gotta be kidding me. Okay, never mind. We're back. I thought the stream died for a second, folks. I do apologize. If there is any issues with the stream, please let us know. We are also trying to work on the Zoom thing. It's more of an issue of me messing up the aspect ratio before we got here by forgetting the main laptop we use. We're actually using my personal laptop, so we're having fun out here today. Being held together by a rubber band and some glue, as one might say. In my hometown, we call that being jerry-rigged.
We have definitely jerry-rigged this setup. Although I think it's more using duct tape. That is an engineer's favorite.
Again, Alabama a man up. There's a shot that'll go wide left, as Alabama also closest to it. 18 seconds left on the first penalty, and it'll be, I don't know the exact amount of seconds for the other penalty, but Alabama still a man up. Cuts left, pass to the middle. There's your shot, and there's your score. 3-2, Alabama lead. Drew Dominic makes it 3-2 with 5 minutes and 10 seconds left to go here in this first period.
And oh, how the tides have turned. Auburn scored the first 2 goals, but now Alabama has scored 3 in a row. Excuse me. So let's see if Auburn can maybe win a face-off here and get back on the offense.
If you were going to call on somebody to do it, it would be number 13, Aiden Garrett, a sophomore from Pennsylvania. National Player of the Month for what he has been doing in that face-off circle. Both players are down. Referee's whistling, away we go. He'll put it behind him and he'll get it. He'll make the pass to Craig Morgan, and Auburn is going to win a face-off here.
That was a genius play by Aiden Garrett. Instead of going forward, he went backwards, and sometimes you've got to go backwards in order to go forward.
Indeed, and right there for Aiden Garrett. A humongous momentum win for the Tigers, as we're back to even Stevens. No more penalty on the penalty clock. Ryan Como will pass to DeClance Oberlin.
Yeah, and we'll see how long that no penalties on the penalty clock lasts.
Sarver Adams makes a pass to number 24, Reese to Phillips, in the right alley. Left alley, excuse me. Now to number 10, Jamie Maroney. He'll cut to his left side. Low shot. That's a wee bit high. It'll fall out of bounds. Auburn closest to it with 4:13 left to go in this first period. First quarter, excuse me. Sun is still in the eyes if we go to this right side. Ryan Como, he'll cut to his left, spin a little bit as well. And most of the players are in shaded area. Jamie Montgomery's going to shoot, and that'll fall outside. Jamie Maroney, sophomore from Morristown, New Jersey. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Ryan Como goes around, makes a move. He has to lose it, though, as he will receive a big hit, and it'll be awarded to the Auburn Tigers. Put a full 80 on the shot clock. 3 minutes, 54 seconds. A great work right there by Ryan Como to stand in there and take that hit. Try to get that shot off with just a few seconds left on the shot clock. Adams.
That's what you want to do. You want to force Alabama to make big plays when there's no time left.
Adams over to Como. Jamie Maroney to number 55, Matthias Lobato. Over to Adams again. Toblin. That one is through his feet and out of bounds. Alabama has it the other way. 3 minutes, 23 seconds left in this first quarter. As Alabama is going to make their run into the attacking half. Bama will have it inside the logo, as we'll also have a penalty flag up in the air as well. It looks like it's going to be a free possession for the Tide.
I'm not sure what that penalty is on, but I'm sure we'll find out.
And here's a run here from Alabama. Passes to his right into the crease. A shot and a dunk. Number 7, Drew Dominic, a senior out of Georgia, and he slams it like Shaq. 4-2 is your score.
That was a really nice possession from Alabama, and that was a really pretty goal as well. Not gonna lie.
Aiden Garrett down again, looking to win another face-off like he did just a few moments ago. 2 minutes, 54 seconds left to go in the first quarter. This one is going to wind up in the air as Alabama will slow it down and set something up like an 80s wrestling match.
Alabama clearly came to play today. Auburn's got to figure some stuff out on the face-off line and defensively. They had one strong defensive possession early, but Alabama's really been poking holes in Auburn's defense ever since.
Bama on the left alley. He makes a run. He's going to go all the way. A shot, and it's off of Craig Morgan's boot, and it'll fall. It will not fall out of bounds yet. There it goes. And Auburn closest to it. What a run there by number 18, Ethan Puskisi.
That was a nice save there from Craig Morgan. That ball was flying in the air after that save.
Craig Morgan, a long pass back to Ethan. The junior from Brentwood, Tennessee, is going to get on his horse, and he's going to make a run, and it's going to wind up in the waiting hands of a Alabama bench player. Now, we had a penalty at some point, but that went away because of the goal. That's where that came from, yeah. Can't keep my notes straight, folks.
That's okay. It's quite the hectic setup.
We have dropped 758 frames so far. Not a lot in the grand scheme of things, but it does scare me. Alabama in the left alley. Over the goal line to extended. Long pass to the top now of the attacking third for the Alabama Crimson Tide. Number 10, John Sanda. He'll cut to his left side. Takes a run up and stops. He's still cradling that ball. A minute 30 left to go here in the first quarter. Alabama leads 4-2. Crimson Tide in on goal now. He's going to take a shot that'll drop down and drop behind. Craig Morgan, 5-2 is your score with 1:22 left to go in this first quarter.
Auburn had real early success, but they have kind of fallen apart at the seams, it seemed, ever since those first 2 goals. I mean, that was a tough shot from Alabama. Low, corner, lots of defensive players. Morgan probably couldn't see it all that well, but Auburn really needs a goal before the end of this quarter.
Brooks Andrus, junior from Florida, will take this face-off, and Crimson Tide win another one. A great day for number 5, Jackson Kane, in the face-off circle. There's some big hits, and a ball is picked up. 67 seconds on the shot clock, 1:06 on the game clock. We are down to just the game clock now as it reset to 73. Number 3, Casey Linchoni on a run here. He'll get across half field, and he's into the attacking third now for the Tigers. 50 seconds left to go in this first quarter as Como gets it over to Toblin. He had the first goal of this matchup, looking for another one. Andrew Luff, sophomore out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Back to Max Forsyth with 35 seconds. He'll take a run, he'll take a shot, and it's saved by Alabama. That's going to be a big hit that on the stick as Reese Phillips is going to get a box out for the ground ball, and it's picked up by number 22, Graham Young, a sophomore from right here, Auburn, Alabama. Andrew Luff, he'll take a shot, and that's going to hit the post and bounce up. That one is not picked up, though, by Alabama as Max Forsyth is close to it as they're going to run indeed for it. And this is still a ground ball, still a scrum. Max Forsyth still closest to it with 4 seconds. Pass to number 22, Graham Young. Pass off, and that is going to be the buzzer for quarter number 1. And Alabama is going to lead 5-2 over the Auburn Tigers. We'll be back for quarter number 2 here in a moment. Hello and welcome into the Auburn Sportsplex. Auburn currently trails the Crimson Tide 5-2 at the start of quarter number 2. A reminder that this quarter is brought to you by Mama Goldberg's Deli, now serving breakfast at the Glen Dean location and beginning in the first week in April at the original West Magnolia location. We all know you got to have your mama's love. Now you can have them for breakfast. Speaking of which, just the first week in April. You can have your mama's love for breakfast, folks, at the original location.
But is it the first week in April or the first full week in April? Because this week was kind of half March, half April. So what is it?
I don't know that, Shannon. But you can figure out for yourself. Go to Mama Goldberg's. I'm sure they'll be happy to help you. I might go there after the game and enjoy myself some Doritos. As Auburn is going to lose this one, and that one's going to be picked up by the Auburn Tigers. Brooks Andrus was in on face-off for that assignment. And now it's still a ground ball. It's picked up by number 1, Jack Slack. He shoots. It'll go wide left. Ryan Como closest to it with 14:45. 15 seconds have passed. Alabama still leads 5-3.
That was the bit of a ugly face-off there for Auburn. But, hey, they did just win their third face-off of the game, so that's good.
And that is big for both teams. That B from the last game is still surrounding us, folks. As number 10, Jamie Maroney at the goal line extended. He'll flip and go back. Now to number 22, Graham Young, sophomore out of Auburn, Alabama. He'll make a run as he'll have to take some hits. Now to Max Forsyth, a great run from Young. Forsyth shoots wide left, and they'll say Auburn closest to it. Yes, they will. A great run by Young there to get back on his horse.
And I would be happy if Auburn would win today.
I would too. Graham Young makes a shot, and that's going to find the top of the net. Young gets on the horse and makes a run. 5-3. Auburn cuts the lead back to 2.
That was a gorgeous goal there. He had a strong play earlier in the possession, and good for him to get Auburn's 3rd goal of the game.
14:04. Not even a minute has passed, and Auburn has put one in the back of the net. Hey, a reminder, if you're interested in sponsoring this Auburn lacrosse team, please DM them on their Instagram page. As Aiden Garrett is in to win this one, as this one is going to be a ground ball. It's a scrum. It's going to be picked up, but in the Alabama defensive third. Folks, I can really feel my Southern coming out as I say Alabama, and I apologize if you're not used to that language. That pass is too high, and it's going to be caught by the Auburn Tigers on the bench.
That ball appeared to be defying gravity, and let's see if Auburn can continue their early quarter success and get another goal here on this possession.
Jackson Dedrick over to Toblin. Back to Como. Reese to Phillips. 66 seconds on the shot clock to Phillips. Long pass, now over to Lobato's brother. Number 9. Jackson Dedrick makes a run. He gets a pass. Dog is barking. Reese to Phillips. He'll cut to his right side. Pass over to Toblin. Back to Ryan Como behind the goal. This one is in, and it's a dunk for number 24, Reese to Phillips, who receives it in stride. 4-5 out. Auburn's cut the lead to 1.
And that's just a game of lacrosse. Back and forth it goes. And those are 2 really fantastic back-to-back goals from the Auburn Tigers.
13 minutes, 5 seconds left to go here in quarter number 2 as the sun sets over in the right side of the field. Lights have come on. Don't worry for the lights in our pavilion so I can see my paper. Referee's whistle, and away we go. Aiden Garrett with another opportunity, but it's going to be won again by the Alabama Crimson Tide. Number 9, Gary York, and number 5, Jackson Kane, are each having days today for the Crimson Tide.
They certainly are, and I mean, that might be something Auburn wants to focus on at the half. I mean, I know it's like 14 minutes away, but still, that might be something Auburn will want to focus on going into the second half.
Bama, they'll slow it down a bit and set something up, looking for a run. Alabama cuts to his right side as number 5, Jackson Kane. Over to the goal line extended. That's a long pass over to the other side of the crease into the middle. That's a shot, and it is a goal for number 28, Aiden McLaughlin, a sophomore. He makes it 6-4. Auburn trails by 2.
That's what Alabama has been doing really well. They've been getting inside of Auburn's defense, and Auburn did that with the Phillips goal earlier in the quarter, but Alabama's really been putting the pressure on Auburn's defense, and especially Craig Morgan in goal.
Number 6, Brooks Andrus will come in to serve face-off for the Tigers, and I'm trying to get a number. There'll be a new player in at face-off for the Tide. It's number 32, Caden Samad, as he's going to lose that one, and Brooks Andrus with a face-off win. Dominic Anacarico will take this ball. He'll pass it back to number 8, Andrew Luff. Drew Luff is running away from the logo. He'll cut to his right side. A low shot. That is a little bit too high. Ryan Como closest to it with 11:51 left to go here in this second quarter. Clan Toblin Now back to number 27, Max Forsyth. A long shot that is off of somebody, or maybe it was a fake. Forsyth. Pass to the right alley, Andrew Luff. He'll have to pick it up as we've got 40 seconds left on the shot clock. Luff over to his right side. He switches arms. That's a dunk that is picked up by the Alabama goalkeeper.
Nice save there from the goalkeeper. A little bit of an easier save, but still a nice one at that.
As Alabama could be off to the races here, as he will make the run across half. That's number 4, Nate Holder. He'll make a pass, and that one's going to be picked up by the Auburn Tigers. Graham Young, he stops in his place, makes a man miss. He's on his horse, folks. He'll cut to his right side. He shoots. That'll go wide left.
I think that hit either the Alabama goalkeeper's stick or the corner of the net, but that was a nice little move there from Graham Young near midfield to juke out one of the Alabama players.
I'm hearing as Adams is going to run inside. He'll have to take a couple hits as this ball will now be on the ground. Adams still picks it up, though. He's being hit hard by that stick as Auburn gets that one off, though. 60 seconds on the shot clock, 10:33 as DeClan Toblin will cut to his left side. Will spin to his right. Makes a pass to number 27, Max Forsyth. He'll go low, cut high. He's going to shoot. He's going to score. A penalty flag is also up in the air, but Max Forsyth runs inside and makes it 6-5.
Yeah, that was a nice goal from Max Forsyth. Not really much you can complain about there if you're Auburn. That's kind of what you're going to need to do. It worked on DePhillips' goal earlier. Max Forsyth kind of copied that same formula. Get inside and front shot.
And, well, folks, if it's picking up in our microphones, I apologize. Hopefully it doesn't get us thrown off the air. But the frat boys behind us are playing some country songs. And it sounds pretty good, not going to lie to y'all. Brooks Andrews down on the face-off circle. As Alabama is going to win that one. A referee's whistle will reward it. White side, Tigers ball. 10-16 left, 6-5 is your score. Bama leads by 1. Toblin. Long pass over to number 9, Jackson Dedrick. Over to Miles Lobato. Back to Dedrick. Dedrick. Over to Como. Reese to Phillips. Long pass to Miles Lobato. He'll cut to his right side. Now over to number 50, Toblin. Back to Como. To Phillips. Maroney. Lobato will cut to his left. He'll spin as well. Take some hits. Back to Ryan Como. So he'll come out. Miles goes back. But number 8, Andrew Luff, is going to hit that one in. Luff hits the ground first before it hits the net. 6-6. We're tied in the Iron Bowl.
That's a really nice goal from Andrew Luff. Those bouncing shots are hard to save in any sport, so I would know. I played goalie and a little bit goalie, and yeah, either sport, soccer, lacrosse, even hockey to some extent, those low shots are hard to save.
They're just so unpredictable, and especially in lacrosse because the ball is so much smaller and has a more predictability to bounce than a hockey puck would. As that one is offside, Alabama goes the other way.
The refs awarded it to Auburn on the first one. They give it to Alabama on the second one.
9:27 left to go here in the second quarter, and Alabama is going to call a timeout. We'll take one with them. We'll be back in a moment here on WEGL 91.1 FM. Tigers and Tide are stuck at 6 apiece right here at the Auburn Sportsplex. Field 15, 9:27 left to go here in this second quarter. Noah Phillips, Shannon Turvo here on the call with you, and this one has been fun so far.
Yeah, it's been a back and forth game so far. I mean, the first quarter was definitely almost all Crimson Tide, and this quarter's been a little bit more balanced. Auburn's definitely had more of the highlights so far, but Alabama's still in this one.
And Alabama, that's been in large part due to their face-off wins. They've been very, very good from the face-off. As Alabama is going to cut to the left side in the left alley, inside, around the crease, back to the top, around to the goal line extended. There's a shot that is off the stick of Ethan Busisi. He's actually going to pick it back up immediately after that. If you can hear anything else in our mics, we apologize. The frat boys behind us are having a band. There's some dogs around the park as well that are barking, but Dominic Anacarico is on a run, folks. He'll have to get a pass off. That's a shot, and it's going to go in. Anacarico makes it 7-6. He gets on his horse. That's all you got to do. He's a big, big man.
That was probably one of the most interesting goals I've ever seen, but hey, it went in, and great goal by Anacarico.
I love a good Anacarico horse goal there. And he is such a big, big man that it makes you almost fear for your life when he starts getting on that horse. As Auburn will take the second lead they've had in this broadcast, 7-6 with 8:39 left to go in this second quarter. As Alabama is going to win yet another face-off. Auburn had their work cut out for them at the circle.
I mean, I think Alabama's won double-digit face-offs at this point.
This ball is away, and it's going to be picked up by number 1, Jack Slack, senior out of Maryland. He'll make the pass off, and it'll be Auburn in the attacking third. Ryan Como. Back to Toblin. Now, I apologize, folks. I haven't been able to look at the YouTube chat today as I've been too busy monitoring some stuff. Andrew Love makes a low shot that'll go wide right as Auburn's closest to it. Again, as I was saying, I apologize. If you've been saying something in there, I really haven't been able to look at it. I've tried to look at it off and on again, but I've been too busy looking at our Wi-Fi and stuff like that. Long pass over to Andrew Luff as that one is still in the air after the pushback from the Alabama goalkeeper.
Looked like a game of ping pong was being played there for a minute as the ball kept bouncing off different people's sticks, but Alabama has recovered it.
Alabama slowly walking up as there's the pass, and it'll go wide right. It'll result in a ground ball, and it's picked up by Bama as they'll go the other way with it into the attacking third with a 7:09 left to go here in this first quarter.
Yeah, that was an interesting little decision there by the Alabama goalkeeper. Looked like he was trying to provoke Auburn into coming towards him, but Auburn held their ground and decided to stay back on defense.
Alabama at the crease makes a shot, and it'll go in. Number 22 for the Crimson Tide gets on his horse and makes it while galloping. 7-7, 6:48 left to go in the second quarter.
It's been an even Stevens game so far, and despite Alabama getting a 3-goal lead, Auburn's cut it back, and neither team has really pulled away from each other since that 3-goal lead.
It's been a heavyweight bout all throughout this one. The lights are bright for the Iron Bowl, folks, and these guys have been fighting hard as this one is going to be rewarded to the Alabama Crimson Tide. Tide off to the races here. 6:30 left to go here in this second quarter. Haven't seen any more fights since the scrummage in the first quarter. But both these teams are going to play so very, very hard throughout the entirety of this broadcast, folks. I wouldn't tune away from it. Alabama is in on goal at the goal line extended. And Ethan Pesquisi is going to make another great defensive stop. He'll make a long pass over to number 3, Casey Lencioni, and Auburn's off to the races. Number 49, Jackson Hersey. He'll make a run inside. He'll shoot, and that'll go wide right, as that'll be a penalty in the air as well, as Alabama will go a man down. As waiting for the call here, it will be a full minute on the Alabama Crimson Tide, as Auburn will be a man up and looking to even the game back up, take the 8-7 lead. I forgot to update the scoreboard, folks. I'm very, very sorry about that one. Number 22, Graham Young, over to number 50, Declan Toblin. Toblin over to Young. Luff, the top. That is off, and it is into Max Forsythe's hands. That's a pass to Tobin. It'll go wide right.
Auburn's got a good opportunity here to score a goal. They've got quite a few people who've already scored a goal on the field right now.
Como behind his back. And it'll go off the helmet of the Alabama goalkeeper, as number 22, Graham Young, over to Max Forsythe, back to Young. And that is a dunk from Como, as that one's going to hit again off the goalkeeper's stick. Love makes a low shot that goes high, and Auburn closes to it with 75 on the shot clock. 20 seconds, Auburn is still going to be a man up for 5 minutes, 10 seconds on the game clock.
Yeah.
Forsythe over to Toblin. Over to Young, back to Luff. Back to Luff. There's a shot that is off some sticks and out. 8 seconds left on the penalty clock.
Yeah. Auburn's put a ton of pressure on the Alabama defense, and especially the Alabama goalkeeper on this penalty. The goalkeeper's done a great job, but let's see if they can hold out.
Young pass in the middle for Luff, as that one's going to go out of his stick. Alabama off to the races now into the attacking third. We're back to even Stevens as well. Penalty clock is over. A great penalty kill from the Tide.
Yeah, especially from their goalkeeper. He had a lot of pressure towards the middle of that penalty time, and he did a great job getting it away from.
Alabama still at the attacking third. Why is it so bright? Alabama in the left alley. There's your shot, and it's off the stick of Craig Morgan. May have been his chest, as we have a broken stick now for number 45, Eamon Cummins. He just slang that thing down as hard as he could, folks. 4 minutes, 9 seconds left to go in this second quarter. As this one's still on the ground, Miles Lobato went at his feet, but it's going to go the other way. Tide able to pick it up. Tide still in their defensive third, looking for somewhere to go with it, as they'll pass it back to their goalkeeper. There's your long pass. Waiting under it was number 9, Jackson Dedrick. Now number 2, Carter Colingus, looking for it. There's another hit. Is this going to go out of bounds? And it'll be Tide ball going the other way.
What? Tide ball going the other way.
Makes more sense if you don't think about it, Shannon. As Tide, they're in their attacking third here in a moment with 3:20 left to go here in the second quarter. .772 drop frames. All right, Alabama with the ball here at the top of their attacking third. He'll make a run in here. That is number 22, Jake Flint. He'll pass it over to number 5, Jackson Kane. He'll take a spin. He passes it back, and it is still on the ground. There's your shot that is off the stick of Craig Morgan. Alabama closest to it with 13 seconds left on the shot clock, 2 minutes, 50 seconds on the game clock.
Yeah, that was a tough shot from Alabama anyways. They were practically right in line with the goal, and those are really hard to make.
Alabama top of the attacking third. Theirs is a pass inside. 2 seconds left. A shot, and it's going to buzzer dead before it hits Craig Morgan in the stick. It'll go the other way. 2 minutes, 38 seconds. We're still tied at 7, folks. Still a lot of lacrosse to be played as well in the third and fourth quarter.
And that's Auburn's second possession where they've been able to kill Alabama on the shot clock.
Derek DeAngles will go low a little bit, a lower angle as it goes off the stick of Alabama, as Ryan Como will pick this ball up as he was closest to it with 2 minutes and 22 seconds left to go in the game clock. Number 10, Jamie Maroney, will cut to his right. He'll spin back over number 3, Casey Linchoni. Now to Como. He will dunk, and it is off the stick of the Alabama goalkeeper, though. But Reese Phillips will pick it up immediately and shoot it from the goal line. Extended, though. Alabama closest to it as it goes out. 2-minute warning here in the second quarter. 2 minutes to halftime.
Yeah, there was a good second chance opportunity from Auburn. They were ready to make that ricochet shot, and unfortunately, it did not go in.
Alabama across half field. That is another great job by Alabama to get in transition. Not necessarily in transition as you would think of it in the attacking third, but they've done fantastic getting it across half field with little or no trouble.
Yeah, that can sometimes be key, especially if you can get it across quickly. Auburn's going to have to set up their defense, but Auburn's done a good job setting up their defense at that.
Bama goal line extended back to the top of the attacking third. There's your run. There's a shot that'll hit the ground and then go out of bounds. 1 minute, 8 seconds, 29 on the shot clock. Next time ball changes hands, we'll no longer care about that shot clock, but Bama will cut to his right, spin to his right, cut back to his left side as that ball is lost, and it's going to be Eamon Cummins. He got a new stick a little bit ago, but he is going to pick that ball up, and he's going to continue to run. He gets across half field with 48 seconds left on the game clock, and it'll be number 21, Mikey Linchoni, in the attacking third now for the Tigers. He'll pass it back out to number 22, Graham Young. He'll make a man miss as Auburn is in on the attack. He'll have to spin to his right, a low pass at the last second, but he's going to continue to get hit, and it's still a ground ball with 26 left on the game clock as it's picked up by Declan Toblin, who shoots low and scores low. 21 seconds left in the second quarter, and Toblin picks the ball up and makes it 8-7.
That was a beautiful goal there. I mean, that kind of just rolled right along the grass and ended up in the back of the net, and that is what you want if you're Auburn, especially this close to the end of the first half and the end of the second quarter as well.
As it'll be number 13, Aiden Garrett, into the face-off circle for the Tigers. As this one's still being fought for, 17 now on the game clock. And they're still fighting for it, folks. It's a fight for that one. It's now a scrum, as it'll have to be a ground ball, as Aiden Garrett's just going to try to go for it from behind. And all that one was missing was a weird-looking ball for it to be a scrum, and it'll be picked up by the Auburn Tigers. Jack Slack, as I think they'll rule it dead so that it can be restarted there closer. They'll let both teams set up with 5 seconds now on the shot clock. Yes, 5 seconds on the shot clock. And it'll be number 8, Andrew Luff, having to pick it up on the tippy top of your screen. A long shot that is in! Andrew Luff from way out loud! Oh my goodness, folks. Good Lord.
I'm in shock. Like, I don't even know what to say.
I'm in shock too, folks. That shot was from a long, long, long ways away, and it'll be 9-7 here in the second quarter. There's still 3 seconds, I guess, on the shot clock or game clock. Or no, excuse me, they will rule the rest of those seconds dead. And the Auburn Tigers, with the last second heroics from Andrew Luff, make it 9-7. We'll see you in the second half. Don't go anywhere. You're watching WEGL 91.1 FM. Hello and welcome back into the Auburn Sportsplex. Auburn leads over the Alabama Crimson Tide 9-7 in the Iron Bowl of Lacrosse. In just a few seconds, we'll have quarter number 3 action headed your way. Noah Phillips, the man talking to you. Shannon Turvo is on camera and color commentary. And before we get into it, folks, I would like to apologize if you do see any buffering or anything like that, or maybe even we lose the stream entirely. Our normal backup internet source that we like this going on is currently in Kentucky doing the softball broadcast on the radio. And I've been sitting here for the past entire halftime trying to optimize the stream, and I don't know what I'm doing enough. So either way you slice it, if something does happen and we do lose the stream, we will immediately restart it. Just stay on the page there at WEGL 91.1 FM. Won't take me more than a couple seconds, and then afterwards I'll probably combine them like we did the last time Alabama came to town. If you remember, Auburn picked up a big win in that one. Auburn looking to replicate what happened 2 years ago right here again in 2025. Doesn't feel real yet. Still feels like 2024.
What 3 months in?
Yeah. Aiden Garrett here on the face-off here as this one is into the dirt still, as it's still being fought for, as Aiden Garrett will pick it up, but it is will stay on Alabama's side as it's rewarded by them by the referees. Alabama into the left alley. Also, I did look at the stuff. I apologize for the zoomness of the streams. I currently running this off my own personal computer due to our laptop not being here. And the aspect ratio is not set up like it is on the laptop, so it is a little bit more compressed. But the Alabama Crimson Tide have the ball at the top of the key here. He'll cut to his left as they will pass it on to the goal line extended. 14:05 left to be played here in this third quarter. Almost a whole minute has gone by. Whole lot of Auburn fans here tonight at the Auburn Sportsplex. They've come to watch the Iron Bowl of Lacrosse, as this one is on down. It's also senior night here. Pat goes to his left side. There's a shot that'll go wide right, and it'll be Alabama closest to it with 15 seconds on the shot clock. Thank you, by the way, for spending your time with us here tonight at the Auburn Sportsplex. If you're watching or you're live, it really means a lot that you're here with us. Alabama, 4 seconds on the shot clock. They'll make a pass. It'll go, and it'll be wide. It's going to be Auburn going the other way. There's the referee. And they will call a shot clock violation. Yes, it'll be Auburn's ball going the other way.
And that's the third time Auburn's been able to force Alabama to have a shot clock violation, which is a testament to Auburn's defense. And while it might not have been the strongest in the first quarter, it's definitely paid off because they've had a shot clock stop every quarter so far.
Hey, that's great for the Auburn Tigers. They say defense wins championships. I'm also of the belief it gets you to the championship as well. This game, though, these teams are in the SELC. Alabama in the SELC North, Auburn in the SELC South. So this game not really for the division or for the conference for anything. It's just good old-fashioned rivalry hate here on the Plains, as this one is going to be not picked up by the Auburn Tigers yet. It's a ground ball that is still up in the air, still looking for it, still both teams fighting over it, as this one is picked up by Ryan Como after number 18, Ethan Puskisi, gets him the ball. What a great game he has been having, the junior from Brentwood, Tennessee, as Reese Phillips is on into the goal line extended back to Ryan Como. But again, Ethan been having a fantastic game with that long stick. He's caused a lot of disruptions as number 22, Graham Young, gets a shot off. It's around the crease still, as it'll be picked up by the Alabama Crimson Tide going the other way. 12:17 left to go here in the third quarter. Neither team has scored yet in our third 15-minute section, but it'll be still Auburn's lead as Max Forsythe is going to pick this ball up and get on his horse. He's inside the attacking third now, fakes a shot. He'll cut to his right, pass to Reese to Phillips, where it's just a little bit too high. Frat behind us, still having a good time. I can still hear their music in my ear as Alabama will get this ball going the other way. Alabama now into the attacking third. They've done a great job all night of getting the ball into the attacking third, not really letting Auburn stop them in their tracks closer to their own goal.
Yeah, that's given them a lot of opportunity to set up some offense rather than having to work it all in transition.
11:32 left to be played here in this third quarter as Casey Lencioni makes the pass to Toblin, who shoots and scores. Toblin on the run receives a pass from number 3, Casey Lencioni, and Toblin puts it in the back of the net. Auburn leads 10-7.
And that was a nice little, I'd call it a give and go play. I mean, that was a nice little bit of transition offense there from the Tigers. They haven't really had a lot of that in this game so far.
Aiden Garrett back to do the face-off for the Tigers. And there's the referee's whistle, and away we go. This one picked up by the Alabama Crimson Tide, and they'll go to the right side as this pass is off, and it's off again. That shot is wide right. Alabama, though, closest to it. And the shot clock will reset to 80 with 11:05 left to be played here in the third quarter. Alabama in around the crease, just behind it now. Over the goal line extended. That's number 19, Dave Cardenas. Into the goal line extended now for the Alabama Crimson Tide into the right alley. There's a shot that is up and over. And Alabama closest to it with 48 seconds left in the third quarter. That shot is up and over. 44 seconds left on the shot clock. 10:29 on the game clock.
Yeah, that second opportunity there Alabama had was a little too quick to actually pay off.
Alabama to the left side. And that is a shot that is in on goal, and it'll make it. Number 19, Dave Cardiners, makes that shot and scores it. Just a rifle out of his stick. 10-8 is the score. Sorry, folks, I've been up since 9 a.m. this morning. I apologize if you just heard me yawn. It's only because I've been studying so much for the GMAT. I am a college student, after all, and I'm very, very tired. As Alabama is going to pick this ball up, another win on the face-off for number 5, Jackson Gain. And it's been a whole lot of different people to take center stage there in the circle for the Alabama Crimson Tide, and they've won a lot. As Auburn is going to be closest to this ball after the shot, it'll be Auburn's ball after Auburn rushes through an offensive attempt. That pass is over the head of Casey Lencioni inside to the around the crease, and that one's off the stick of Craig Morgan. A fantastic save for the captain.
Yeah, there was a little bit of a miscommunication on the pass that led to the turnover, but great save from Craig Morgan to prevent that Alabama from getting another goal this quarter.
Bama, after a referee's whistle that stopped them from moving so fast, will have it in their crease, or in their X, excuse me, around the bend. A shot that is going to find the top of the net as Alabama gets another one. It's 10-9 after number 23, Jack Flint, put it at the top of the net.
Another excellent goal there from the Crimson Tide. Same as the earlier in the first quarter. Auburn scores 2 early. Alabama's now scored 2. Let's see if it'll be interesting to see if this quarter will be a mirror of the first quarter.
And you heard it there. You may have been able to. Somebody calling out the name of the professor. That is Aiden Garrett, folks. One of the greats in the face-off circle, not only for the Auburn Tigers, but in the whole of the MCLA, coming off of Player of the Month honors. And this one is still being fought for. Aiden Garrett, though, picks it up, and he's going to take a hit while he does. He'll pass to Jack Slack, and he's off to the races, folks, into the attacking third for the Auburn Tigers. 9:07 left to be played in this third quarter.
Good on Aiden to finally win a face-off this quarter. I know he hasn't had much success this game. The circle has been dominated by Alabama, but it's good for their momentum and good for their mojo when Auburn wins a face-off.
Number 8, Andrew Luff. Number 8, Andrew Luff makes a pass over number 27. That pass is low and outside, or shot, is low from Max Forsyth. Toblin back to Luff. Luff makes a move to his left side, makes a spin. He'll shoot, and he'll score. Andrew Luff, the sophomore out of Charlotte, North Carolina. You talked about getting their mojo back after winning the face-off, and right there, Andrew Luff completes the mojo. 11-9, Tigers lead.
There was a beautiful spin move there, too, from Luff on the shot. I'm a fan of the spins. I don't know. I think they look cool.
Pressing the circle button there on the PlayStation controller. They do look really cool. 8 minutes, 26 seconds left to be played in this third quarter as Aiden Garrett is down again. Referee's whistling, away we go. This one is going to be behind Aiden Garrett. He's still fighting for it. He'll take a couple of hits, but he's going to pick up the ground ball, and Auburn wins another one. Craig Morgan gets a pass off, and Auburn will take a pass over to number 45, Eamon Cummins, to get into the attacking third. And that one hit the stick in the leg of Eamon, I believe. And now Alabama will have an opportunity. It's 4-on-2. There's a shot that is going to find the back of the net. Number 7 for the Tide, Drew Dominic, a senior out of Cummings, Georgia, makes it 11-10, 7:54 left to go.
I feel like that's the first goal Alabama's really done like a pure transition goal this game. Typically they get it across midfield really quickly and then kind of slow it down. That's the first one I've really seen that's been go, 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 goal.
Brooks Andrus into the face-off circle now for the Tigers. Let's see what he can do here. Both players are down. Referee's whistle, and away we go. That's what's still being fought for, as this one is pushed out of the way by Andrus, and he'll win it. A pass by is back to number 2, Carter Kalingas Jr. out of Charlotte, North Carolina, and it's over to Reese Phillips, and it's an offensive possession for the Tigers. 7:38, Tigers lead by 1 here in the third quarter.
And that's the 3 face-off wins in a row for the Tigers as well.
Max Forsyth at the top of the attacking third. He'll cross into it. He cuts to his right over to number 24, Reese Phillips. Over number 50 to Clan Toblin. Now to Young. Over to number 8, Andrew Luff. Takes a shot, and it'll find the top of the net. There's another one for him. Happened just a second ago, nearly the same way, just in a different spot of the field. 12-10, Auburn leads.
That's 2 in a row for Luff. If he gets 3 in a row, that's a perfect hat trick. I think he has one already. I haven't kept track of who scored what goals for Auburn. But if he scores another one in a row, that is a perfect hat trick.
You know, we were talking about it earlier. You're also on camera on top of doing fantastic color commentary. We need another person here to not only do camera, but we need another one to do time. If we can get a 5th person to keep score for us, we would really be in the money there.
I think 4. I think a person doing time can also do score.
If we can get a 6th person to massage my back while we call. I'm kidding, of course, folks. As this pass is over the half-field line, and Alabama still has it. A great pass from Alabama's goalkeeper to set this offensive possession up. 6 minutes, 38 seconds left to go here in the third quarter.
Yeah, that's something unique you don't really see from goalies, but this Alabama keeper has been a little risky in coming up close to midfield in order to set up some Alabama offense here.
It's like having somebody with a big leg in soccer at the goalkeeper position, being able to come up and set something up. Big thing to have if you can find it. As this one is on the ground, that pass is awry, and number 3, Casey Lencioni, is going to land a hit in pursuit of that ground ball, as this one is still on the ground, folks, as this one is looked to be picked up by Dominic Anacarico. Can't see it in. Crimson Tide pick it up in the air. 5:53 left to go here in this third quarter, and you can hear screaming. 4 seconds on the shot clock. It'll go out of bounds with a second on shot clock. Bam. And away we are. There's the referee's whistle for shot clock violation, and it'll be Auburn ball going the other way with 5:42 left to go in this third quarter.
And that's something you've got to be really proud of if you're Auburn. You've now held Alabama to 4 possessions where they've committed a shot clock violation, and at the rate they're going, they'll probably commit 2 or 3 more.
Craig Morgan makes a large pass over to number 55, Matthias Lobato. He finds Toblin. Double nickel, can't get it inside. He'll pass just a little bit in front of him. Marista Phillips finds it over the goal line, extended. Now to number 50, Declan Toblin. Now over to Ryan Como. 5 minutes, 13 seconds left to go here in quarter number 3. As Como gets it to Toblin, who's inside. He'll shoot low and score low. He had to take some punishment to get there, but he puts one in the back of the net. 13-10 with 5:03 left to go here in this third quarter.
Yeah, that's another thing. This game has been very physical, and both Auburn and Alabama have done a fantastic job in holding up to the physicality of this game. But Auburn's been especially on top of it when it comes to getting goals, when Alabama's particularly physical close to the net.
We have dropped a total of 1,523 frames throughout this broadcast, as Auburn's going to win this face-off. I apologize for the buffering that I'm sure has been going on. I've been also trying to keep track of those stats while calling this matchup. Toblin back to Adams. I was looking for somewhere to go with it. 4 minutes, 46 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Adams will cut to his right, cut back to his left now. Looking for someone across the middle, can't find anyone. Finds Toblin though. Toblin back to Jamie Maroney. Maroney, long run, looking for a shot maybe off a long stick. Back to Adams. Adams cuts to his right. He'll take some punishment. He'll have to go back to the X to number 24, Reesta Phillips. Now over to Maroney. Maroney in the middle, low shot that hits the ground and will also hit an Alabama goalkeeper stick. That pass to nobody. Now over to number 55, Matthias Lobato. He'll try to save it, but it'll go out of bounds. Four minutes and a tick left to go here in the third quarter. Alabama in the attacking third now with 62 seconds on the shot clock. Alabama in the behind their own net. Now over to the right alley. Alabama into the attacking third. He'll cut to his right. Number 2, Carter Colingus in front of him. Now over to the right alley for somewhere to go. And that ball is going to wind up out of bounds. Auburn will take it the other way with 3 minutes and 20 seconds left to go here in the third quarter.
Auburn's had a really strong defensive quarter.
Number 8, Andrew Luff, sophomore from Charlotte, North Carolina. As Auburn will slow it down and set something up like an 80s wrestling match. Max Forsyth. Make a pass. over to number 24, Reese Phillips. Want to thank the great people over at Eagle Eye TV for setting us up with this camera. Really means a lot as Andrew Luff is taking some hits. That shot is off the stick, and it'll go out a long way back to the Clarence Oberlin. Now to Max Forsyth, who will cut to his right side and go back to Reese Phillips at the goal line, extended now. Now to the top of the attacking third. Not yet in it yet is number 8, Andrew Luff, with 2:25. He'll cut, spin left, spin right, avoid a big hit. Now over to number 27, Max Forsyth at the X. Back to Toblin. Ryan Como. Forsyth loses that one. It's on the ground. It can still be won by the Tigers as it is picked up by Max Forsyth. Yes. Como at the top of the attacking third. 78 seconds left on the shot clock, and after some big hits, this one will reduce a ground ball with 1:58 left to go here in the third quarter. Ryan Como picks it up. Back to number 22, Graham Young. Now over to Reese Phillips at the goal line extended. Number 8, Andrew Luff. Back to number 50, Toblin. Forsyth will cut to his left side. He's in the crease. Shot, and that one is going to hit the bar. Nearly, just needed a couple of inches. 1:34. Big hit there! And this one is on the ground and picked up by Luff. Ryan Como and Reese Phillips with the hit, as this one is slapped around like a hockey puck, and it will be a ground ball that is picked up by nobody yet, and they'll rule that one stick interference there for number 50, the Clarence Oberlin. 1:18 left to go here in the third quarter. 80 seconds on the game clock, or shot clock, excuse me. I think we no longer care about that. Yes, 78 seconds on the game clock. Alabama in on the attacking third. Big hit there from number 27, Max Forsyth, as he brings the boom, folks. Alabama Crimson Tide nearly at the Auburn logo. 58 seconds in the third quarter.
It looks like Alabama's probably going to be holding for a shot in the last 10-ish seconds. They look to be holding this one.
I would think so, too. I'm surprised we're not seeing a timeout to truly draw something up. Alabama spins left, spins right over to the left alley with 36 left to go here in the third quarter.
Well, I mean, it's not too surprising, no timeout. They've had a lot of success without them, so.
Bama cuts left. There's a shot that is into the net of Craig Morgan. And there is 22 seconds left here in the third quarter, as this one's going to be hit hard and hit way. Number 21, Mikey Linchoni, he'll get it to number 50, Toblin, as that pass is just a wee bit far off. Back to Ryan Como, though, who picks it up. Now back to Toblin with 7 seconds. He'll cut right, he'll shoot, and he'll score! Another last-second goal for the Auburn Tigers. Luff had one earlier, and there was number 50, Toblin, with another one. Not quite zero. 3 seconds left on the game clock. Auburn extends the lead. 14-10 is your score.
I mean, that's something you've got to be proud of if you're Auburn. One last-second goal to end the first half, and that was pretty close to the last second to wrap up this third quarter, but we still got one more face-off. Let's see if Aiden Garrett can win another one.
My guess is that it'll take a full 3 seconds for these face-off specialists to settle it. And this one is picked up by Aiden Garrett. He will take a few hits. He'll shoot. It'll be too late, though. And that is how the third quarter comes to an end. Aiden Garrett wins another face-off, but right before Toblin has a fantastic goal. 14-10 is your score in the Iron Bowl of Lacrosse. We'll be back for the fourth quarter in a moment. Welcome back into the fourth quarter of action of the Iron Bowl of Lacrosse. Auburn leads 14-10 over Alabama, and it was at this time I'd like to remind you this quarter is brought to you by Mama Goldberg's Deli, now serving breakfast at the Glendine location and beginning the first week in April at the original West Magnolia location. We all know you got to have your mama's love. Now you can have it for breakfast. And if you're wondering why we're not seeing this fourth quarter open with a face-off, it is because apparently Alabama has been caught with an illegal stick. Auburn will be a man up for a full 3 minutes non-releasable as James Hallman, a freshman from Birmingham, Alabama, apparently had an illegal stick according to the good people up here next to me, as Auburn will be a man up for those 3 minutes.
This is huge for Auburn. I mean, they could really extend their lead and have a comfortable cushion once Alabama is back even Stevens with them.
Reese Phillips takes a shot. Alabama has already killed one penalty in this game. So Alabama has a fantastic penalty killers unit, but Auburn has an opportunity here to not only, like you said, get a cushion, but really start putting the nails, maybe not the final one yet, but really start putting the nails in the coffin.
They get 3 goals. I think that might do it. But as I've said before, lacrosse is
It's not March. It's April.
It's April. And as I've said before, lacrosse is a game that can change very, very quickly, and you could be up 7 and then lose by 1 if another team scores 8 in a row.
Number 10, Jamie Maroney takes a shot. That one is off the top of the goal there with 1:51 left to go here in the penalty. Number 22, Graham Young will shoot, and he'll score, and that'll make it 15-10. Graham Young is a hero there.
Yep, and Auburn will still maintain a 1 man up, so they've got more time to get a couple more goals in.
It really comes down here to Aiden Garrett, who will have an opportunity to win this face-off. 1:45 left to be played here under the penalty, as they will award it to the Auburn Tigers, I think. Yes, they will. Auburn Tigers win a face-off there.
I didn't even see the face-off, if we're being honest.
I don't think anybody did. I think that was kind of the beauty of it.
Could be.
It was like a ghost.
Like a ghost. I like that. Makes sense.
Like a whisper in the night. It'll be number 22, Graham Young, who just scored to make it 14-10. We'll have the ball in the Auburn logo with 1:45 left to go on the penalty.
Just like for him to go right up the middle and score again.
Graham Young gets it over to Andrew Luff. I'd like to see that too. Max Forsyth over back to Young, back to Toblin. Toblin in the left alley, fakes left, goes back right to Young. Now over to Luff. Luff at the top, back to the left alley. Now over to number 22, Young again. Back to number 27, Max Forsyth. And this one is hit, and it's going to be off the other way. Alabama has it. They're still a man down for 1:10. Ground ball, and they'll have to get it across half field to truly feel comfortable, as number 22 ball up with 1 minute left to go on the penalty and 12 minutes and 57 seconds on the game clock. Should have been able to just do quick math there and subtract 3 from 15. And that is inside for Graham Young, and he'll dunk it. He'll score again. He cuts around the crease and makes it 16-10 with 12 minutes and 47 seconds on the game clock and 47 seconds on the penalty clock.
I mean, 47 seconds is enough time to score another goal if you're Auburn, so.
Especially if Auburn can win another face-off. It'll be number 13, Aiden Garrett. A player of the month this past year. Fought for, and it'll be a hold, and it'll be Auburn's ball going the other way. 39 seconds left on the penalty clock as Casey Linchoni is inside, and they will call a timeout. I don't know on which side. It could be Auburn to draw something up or Alabama to grab the mojo back. But 35 seconds will all be left on the penalty clock, and 12 minutes and 35 seconds will be left on the game clock. Here in quarter number 4, we'll be back in a moment. Welcome back inside the Auburn Sportsplex. Field 15 has played host to an absolutely phenomenal game of lacrosse. It's the Iron Bowl of lacrosse, and Auburn leads it 16-10. And they look to add on with 30 seconds left on the penalty clock, and that one was close but no cigar for number 50 Toblin, I think. I could be wrong on that. Shannon, you can correct me if you want.
I think it was 50 as well. I couldn't quite see that. I was looking, slightly trying to get this camera angle right.
So I was looking down at our stats for the Wi-Fi, as this was a long pass that is going to be fought for and won by Max Forsyth. He has to do some fancy moves to win it. 1 second left, and then we are back to even Stevens. It's 16-10 as number 50 Toblin makes a low pass that goes right, and it is going to be picked up by Reese DePhillips. He gets the ground ball. DePhillips back to number 8, Andrew Luff. Now to Max Forsyth. Back to Max Forsyth. Toblin in the right alley. He'll cut to his left. Looking for somebody across the middle, has to go back to Forsyth. He'll shoot, and he will get saved. The Alabama goalkeeper has been absolutely phenomenal tonight for the Crimson Tide.
He has indeed.
Luff atop of the attacking third line with 11 minutes and 7 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter. Number 8, Andrew Luff. Now back to number 5, Miles Lobato. Lobato passes it, and that's between. Oh my! Come on, DeYoung, you can't do that and not score. I get too excited. Toblin though will take a shot. He'll have to lose it before he does though. As Alabama Crimson Tide, that's going to be a tripping. Yeah, that is a tripping there from 50. I don't blame him. Toblin tried to go for it as best he could and just kind of lost his stick. As it'll be Toblin to serve a penalty. And I can hear the Alabama fans being chirpy, and I don't blame them.
Yeah, they have a right to be. I mean, that's a kind of a cheap foul there from Toblin, but refs did a good job. They called it, and now Alabama will be a man up for, I can't see the shot.
A full minute.
Full minute. I like it.
Alabama Crimson Tide. They've scored once already off a penalty. Into the X, over the goal line, extended. At the top of the key for Alabama. Around the crease. At the top, there's a shot that'll go wide, and it'll stay Alabama ball for 31 seconds left here on the shot clock. 10-13 left to go on the game clock. Alabama around the crease, over the top. There's a shot, and it'll be in between Craig Morgan's legs. A great shot there by the Alabama Crimson Tide. But a more interesting story, a flag was thrown up immediately after the shot went in over in front of Alabama's bench. Do not know what the call will be, but it is still 16-11 left here in the fourth quarter. 10 minutes, 5 seconds left to be played here in the fourth quarter, here in the Iron Bowl of lacrosse.
Yeah, and that goal on the penalty was something Alabama desperately needed, especially after Auburn scored 2 to start the fourth quarter, excuse me.
I will also say, just for a second here, they are going to wave the flag off. I'll also say this is a chance that this is my last broadcast of lacrosse. I will be graduating here in a number of months or days or whatever. And there's a chance Auburn could be playing the first round of the SELC tournament here, and there is a chance that they will progress past it straight into the quarterfinals, and there's a chance they will be the third seed going to play a North team in the quarterfinals as well. But either way you slice it, this could be my last broadcast, and thank you for listening to me through all these past 4 years. And that is 2 flags up in the air for the Auburn Tigers, as Alabama will go a man up again with 9 minutes and 45 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter. And I'm not going to cry, folks. I'll tell you that right now. I'm not going to cry for the being my last game and all. But either way, It'll be Alabama with a man up, trying to see who the penalty's on. It'll be on number 2, Carter Colingus. It'll just be 30 seconds. But Alabama has scored twice already off the power play, and we'll see what they can do with their third attempt. Tied. Around the top of the key. Over the goal line extended. Around the crease. It's in the middle. This one is going to go out of bounds, and it'll be 12 seconds left on the penalty clock with 9:27 left on the game clock. Number 3, Casey Linchoni will take a pass, and we are back to even Stevens, I do believe, as number 3, Casey Linchoni takes a shot. It'll hit the stick and bounce up. Reese Phillips jumps for it, but he can't find it as a plane is currently flying overhead as Alabama will go the other way. Haven't dropped too many more frames. We should be fine, folks. Crimson Tide in on goal, shoots, goes high. 8 minutes, 59 seconds as this one goes out. Auburn closest to it with 8 minutes and 59 seconds. Number 3, Casey Linchoni, the senior out of California.
That's quite the distance to travel here.
Well, Auburn's a great school. Auburn recruits Auburn, has many great, fantastic programs.
We're in 2 of them, engineering and business, right?
Yes, we are. And, WEGL, part of the great journalism department here. If you come to Auburn, hey, you can join it. Number 9, Jason Dedrick takes a pass off. It'll go back to Adams, who will cut to his right. He'll take a hit, and he will give it to number 24, Reese Phillips, in the goal line extended. He'll take a couple hits. Now over to Toblin. Number 9, Jackson will cut to his right. He'll make a man fall down. He'll shoot, but it'll go high. 15 seconds on the shot clock. 7:53 on the game clock.
Auburn was closest to it, as they have been most opportunities.
8 seconds on the shot clock. Ryan Como will shoot, and he'll take some hits. It'll be Alabama closest to it this time as the goalkeeper leaves his crease. 16-11 is still your score with 7:44 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Todd. Big hit there from Ryan Como on the goalkeeper, as this one is going to be out the other way. And this one may not be good, as we are going to take a break. We'll be back in a moment here on WEGL 91.1 FM. Welcome back inside the Auburn Sportsplex. Auburn currently leads 16-11 in the Iron Bowl of lacrosse, and want to give a shout out to the Alabama goalkeeper. Took a big hit and was able to walk it off of the field here, and great for that young man. Hope he is not hurt in any way, shape, or form. The new Alabama goalkeeper will be. They have 4 different 42s, so I'm going to say it's Trent Grimes, a sophomore out of Madison, Alabama, back to goaltend for the Tide. Auburn will also serve a 3-minute penalty here on number 42, Ryan Como, for the hit. 2 minutes and 46 seconds left on that now, but 7 minutes and 16 seconds left on the game clock. Alabama with an opportunity here if they can capitalize on being a man up. Casey Lencioni is going to hide the ball from a hit, and he'll get it across half field. 7 minutes left to go here in this fourth quarter. Auburn looking to put the final nails in the coffin of the Iron Bowl of lacrosse.
Yeah, and if you're Auburn, you really just want to keep possession for as long as possible. A goal would be nice, but right now you want to bleed this penalty down. So you'd rather take a shot clock violation and bleed more penalty time than probably score a goal, because you already have a comfortable lead.
And number 3, Casey Lencioni, takes a stick to the below the breadbasket there, and I think he'll walk that off and be all right. Number 22, Graham Young, the sophomore from Auburn, Alabama. He'll make a run inside the attacking third. 28 seconds left on the shot clock. Minute 42 on the penalty clock. 6:13 on the game clock. Young still running around.
He's zigging and zagging all across the field.
As he's around the crease, he'll make a pass to number 8, Andrew Luff. As number 27, Max Forsyth, as there's 7 seconds left on the shot clock, he'll take it, hit into the middle. He'll shoot a little bit too high. Minute 16 on the penalty. Nearly got off. Auburn nearly killed half of that penalty in that offensive possession. 5:48 left to go in the game.
And that's exactly what you want to do if you're Auburn. A goal at the end of that would have been nice, but you'll take bleeding the penalty down and reducing Alabama's time to get another goal.
Alabama into the attacking third for them. And it'll be a timeout on the Alabama side. We'll take one with them. 5 minutes, 27 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter. 54 seconds. Auburn will continue to be a man down off the penalty. Do not go anywhere. You're watching WEGL 91.1 FM. Welcome back inside the Auburn Sportsplex. Auburn currently leads over the Alabama Crimson Tide 16-11 in the Iron Bowl of lacrosse. Auburn is currently a man down for 54 more seconds. They have killed 1 minute and 6 seconds, 2 minutes and 6 seconds of this penalty. No, it is 1 minute and 6 seconds. Good Lord, Noah, you know your math. Come on. Alabama, though, looking to get a goal in a bad way. They need it to grab the momentum back if they want it. 40 seconds left on the penalty clock.
Yeah, at this rate, Alabama's going to need a goal a minute to tie this one up. But Auburn's been playing lockdown defense for most of this game, and especially in the second half.
Crimson Tide goes around the crease. They'll make a pass to the X. That shot is low. It'll go wide, as it'll be Auburn ball the other way, as it was number 19, Derek DeAngles, sophomore from Monroe, Connecticut, closest to it as the shot went out of bounds. 4 minutes, 49 seconds. The game clock, 15 seconds left on the penalty clock. Auburn about to be a man back to even Stevens, as Craig Morgan will toss it to Dominic Anacarico, and he'll cross over the midfield stripe and pass it back to Max Forsyth. Auburn may want to waste a wee bit of time here as we're back to even Stevens. 4:26 left to go here in the fourth quarter.
My compliments to Auburn. They really did a nice job on that penalty.
Ryan Como is in, and it'll go wide left, as this one's going to be out of bounds, and Auburn closest to it. Shout out to Ryan Como there on the, or excuse me, Reese DePhillips on the run.
Alabama really tried there to be closest to it, but I feel like that is one of Auburn's specialties, is being closest to it when the ball goes out of bounds on missed shots.
Max Forsyth makes a spin, and he will take some punishment to get it back to Luff with 22 seconds on the shot clock. Kids are currently going under our camera. That is a shot that'll go wide left, as number 55, Matthias Lobato, takes one there. 3 minutes, 47 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. 11 seconds on the shot clock, as Toblin will pass it over to Phillips, who will shoot and score. Rifled that one in. 17-11 Tigers lead.
That was beautiful goal there. I mean, Auburn's been scoring from all around the crease, and they've had quite some fun plays today. A couple that they missed that would have been really cool to see, but Auburn's done a nice job outside of that first quarter, really putting the pressure on Alabama's goalkeepers.
3 minutes, 38 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter. Auburn is looking to do not jump. Jump. No. Don't do it. As this face-off is ruled Alabama's way. I don't even know how to describe what we just did, Shannon, so let's just keep calling the action. Alabama will cut to their right side. As it is inside, it'll go wide left. 3 minutes, 18 seconds left to be played here in the fourth quarter, as Alabama was closest to it. As this one is up and around for Alabama. 57 seconds. As Alabama, cracking up, kids. Alabama's in on goal around the crease. They'll go around. I thought I saw a flag, but I didn't. Alabama over to the X. 2 minutes, 59 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter. Getting closer and closer to a one-possession game in terms of time. Alabama takes inside. That's a little quick dunk there for number 7, Drew Dominic, as they find the back of the net. 2 minutes, 48 seconds left as Alabama makes it 17-12.
I mean, Alabama has done a nice job at the circle, so, I mean, if they're going to need to win the face-off and score quickly in order to tie this one up. But I feel like Auburn's built a large enough cushion that it's probably not going to happen. Although
Brooks Andrus down to take the face-off for the Tigers. As this one is up in the air, it's won by the Alabama Crimson Tide, as they will take another offensive possession. A great day for just a whole lot of Crimson Tide there from the face-off circle, as he still got it after winning the face-off, as this is spin, keeps on spinning. A low shot will go wide right, and Craig Morgan will run out to be closest to it. 2 minutes, 23 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Craig Morgan Long pass over to number 49, Jackson Hursley, who will pass it back